again. We got 2 trucks, 2 trailers. You can see Jordan right back there. And we are on our way. See you guys when we get there. Alright, so we got Ricky and Alaska's Turbo S 2-seat finished up. We got the Trio Performance full exhaust system. SDR cage. Simpson harnesses. Quick light whips. Alright, so the customer dropped off this morning. He had a bunch of work done to the car already, so we're just flashing a A&A level 3 stock turbo 91 octane tune. And Jordan is over here working on clutching. So we get this knocked out, customer's gonna come back and pick it up in a little bit. Okay, so we got another XP turbo here. As you can see, we got stock intake tube, stock charge tube. We put the Trinity Racing black ones on. Sorry, this car's a mess. So you can kind of see the charge tube here, which unfortunately is dirty because everything on this car is insanely dirty. A&A exhaust already, has A&A clutching. So we're in the middle of, I'm gonna set the weights up on this, and we did a A&A rebuild kit on the clutches with the upgraded buttons and stuff like that. And then we're gonna flash a tune in this car when it gets here later this week, and this thing will be ready to go. So another car we have in the shop right now, 2020 XP 1000 on-turbo car. We've recently sent the shocks off to Walker Evans, had them do a rebuild, revalve, springs, everything on this. Customer was super happy, so he brought the car back. He already had the Trinity Racing exhaust on it. So now we're doing a stage 2 91 octane tune from Aftermarket Assassins, of course, and a clutch kit in this car. So went on the parts for this, and this one will roll out as well this week. Okay, update on Felipe's car, D&M. We did drop the trans off, as you saw in the last videos, to Doug and Preston over at D&M. They are rebuilding and fixing the trans for this car. So Felipe's car should be back up and running here soon. We're just waiting for the trans to be finished. Then we have our old shop car. As you guys know, Tony broke crank in it New Year's. So the long block is almost done. Doug and Preston again at D&M are building a long block for it, billet crank, billet rods, billet pistons, head studs, pretty solid little setup. So motor's almost done for this one, so we will get this back up and running here as well soon. So we're just waiting on parts. Now we call this our, guess for lack of better terms, basket case. This car was at another shop. It was done previously and tuned by another popular tuner, and it blew the motor up for sure. So well, won't go into too much detail because I don't want to get into it, but they ended up pulling the car from the shop after some issues with them. So we are ordering another D&M long block for this car, billet crank, billet rods, billet pistons, head studs as well. So that'll be getting put in here soon. We'll get this back together. Unfortunately, they kind of screwed them, and it's missing a ton of parts. We're missing primary clutch, magneto cover, stator, flywheel. We're missing all sorts of stuff. So unfortunately, this is going to be a hefty bill for the customer to have to eat, but we're doing what we can to help him out on this. Doug over at D&M is helping us out as well on this car to just try to get this customer back up and running, and lack of better terms, to make it right, even though it's not our fault. But we hate to see people get screwed over. We hate to see people not be able to enjoy their car. So we're doing what we can to help them get this car back up on the road. As you can tell, we are super busy here, so I just wanted to go around and kind of give you guys an idea of what we got going on and what's coming up in the later videos. So another car we have on the books right here. We are going to be doing a build on this car with Can-Am and SDR, so it's kind of a collaboration build. We're super excited to be a part of it. So this will be coming up in the coming weeks. We got a bunch of stuff we're waiting on from SDR, and we will be getting started on this. We also have a crashed 4-seat X3 here, insurance job, waiting on insurance on this one. Figured to give you guys a little walk around what's going on here at the shop and what you guys got to look forward to. We're trying to pump out as much footage and video as I can, but fortunately it's just me and Jordan here, so we're pretty busy, and so sometimes it gets hard to remember to record and get some footage, so doing the best we can. Okay, so we got Billy's XP Turbo done. We did a ANA Stage 3 clutch kit in it, spec'd it out for dirt tires, and we did a level 3 91 octane tune stock turbo. So we also did a clutch rebuild kit in it with Mike's upgraded sliders and buttons in it. The car was having some shifting issues and some secondary engagement issues and stuff like that. So Jordan got it done. Everything's good to go. Tunes in it. New spark plugs we put in it for him that are gap. Cleaned his air filter out. Wiped down the car. It's ready to go. He's on his way to pick it up. So the car rolling out. Josh's car. We went over this earlier in the week. Insurance car. We got rolled on its side. I think we went over it. Broken axles. So we got okay from insurance. We got okay from Josh to get started on it. So we've tore it down. Cage was damaged. So we cut it up, threw it away. That way no one else can try to put it on their car and potentially hurt themselves. So Jordan got this thing tore down, and we're gonna get some parts ordered up and get a new cage built for it and get them back on the road here soon. So we have Robert at Safe Close car up here on the dyno. We were fighting some underboost issues, working through the issues on this car. After 4 weeks, we finally have our dyno back up and running. That's why it's apart. We had to replace all the electronics in it, but we are back up and running. As you can tell, we've moved the office into the actual office. We flipped it down around to make it easier to get on and off as well, and give us some extra room over here. We're going to move that table over here, give ourselves a workbench to work on when we're working on these, doing clutching and stuff like that. Plugging away through the work here. Finally feel like we're getting caught up a little bit, but we got a bunch of parts on order that we're waiting on. We got a couple engines from D&M that we need, and trans for this thing. So the coming weeks we will be back to be busy, and we got Robbie Madison's car on the books too, and we have that other crash Can-Am car that we got to do out there. So still busy.